we are actually touring Edirann, kind of. We're going to be doing Edirann in sections because it is a really large neighborhood. And I know it's going to it's already acting up. Yeah, see, I see it over there. I see you acted up. Let's see what happens when we zoom all the way out. How many lots are acted up and not acting right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When there's 6. The pink flashing in my neighborhood's interesting because sometimes it's not flashing. Like sometimes it'll just be the base of the lot and it'll go away the next time that I play. Like it don't make no sense, but most of the time it's just flashing. And as you can see, I wouldn't even consider this super heavily decorated. The game does, but this would be the main part of the city where the nobles are. This is the nobles quarter, all that. I don't want to talk about them right now because we're going to do that in a separate video. Like this will probably be a video by itself. And we also have kind of the gentry merchants who think highly of themselves are over there. That is St. Persephone's kind of chapel, I guess. I don't know, we got a shrine over here. We've got like a few things hanging out on their own that we will visit in another video as well. And like I said, I think I'm gonna break this up into 3. But for now, we're gonna focus on the peasant/indentured servant quarters. I don't know if we're gonna be able to visit all of these lots, but we'll see. Also, my dog is acting up as well. You heard flashing? I can act up. So there's quite a bit of farming. It used to be more heavily decorated, and I tried to delete things to see if it would help, and it really didn't, so I just stopped. So we've got 2 forest lots. One's not decorated. I will eventually, but yeah, just some general hangout spots. That, I believe, is a hunter's cottage. What you doing? What you doing? Okay, it's good. Yeah, it's a hunting lodge, which is pretty cute but basic, so I don't feel like we need to go see that lot. It's just 2 A-frames and then a little outbuilding. Now, there are several families that live in this area, as well as several lots I intend to build but haven't. I guess we'll just start from the top and work our way down. So this is one of my favorite apartment lots that I have ever built, ever in the history of ever. It's so good. It's just beautiful, but it is not functional. And what I mean by that is the lot itself, like you can function on it, but as an apartments in The Sims 2 suck. So it was breaking. I built too close to the road. I wasn't thinking about it, but it was causing a lot of issues that you don't really see like for a home, but in an apartment lot, it was just bad. So I've been moving everybody out. There is one family left, the Fior family. I believe that's their home. They will be moved out too. Like, make that clear. Good golly. Come on. Okay, we're back. It was like 10 minutes. The first house you click on is always the worst, but yeah. The Fior family lives there temporarily, but we're going to be moving them. I'm not sure where, but somewhere. I'm going to keep the lot there because it looks really pretty in the background, and I built it, and I'm proud of it, and it's staying there until this neighborhood explodes. Now, the next family would be the Smith family. I've got some like deco buildings. I believe they're also indentured. Yes, so that's Albine, Lideline, and now Maynard, Ross, and Tristeel. I think they have one more kid coming. They adopted a bunch of kids for a random occurrence scenario. So that's fun for them. I know that these houses aren't decorated, and it's such... I have a fear, so I'm hesitating which lots I'm entering. Castor Hyatt is married to Ginny. He's raising Hecate and Perseus, and then they have Merritt, Tahel, and Algernon. I think Algernon was adopted. There was a lot of adoption going on. This is another apartment lot that I have moved everybody out of. They were all living there. I think this is a new lot, and that's a new lot. Most of the outside ones are. But yeah, again, apartment lots are just buggy, but it looks really good. Even though there's blue flashing, if you go to the lot itself, it won't flash, which is rude. I'm also fairly certain that this lot and this lot I built and shared a video of, so yay. I know I shared video on this one. This is Ursula's house. It's meant for mothers who are struggling, specifically like single mothers. So we don't really have anybody who qualifies to live here yet. Ursula Drago does sponsor the house whenever we get somebody who can live there. I guess technically Albine and Lidaline could live there, but they don't for now. Also, it was meant to be an apartment, and now I'm like, I don't want it to be an apartment, so I don't know where to go from here. There is some cows. This fence is gigantic, but at the time that was what I had. I do need to replace it with a reasonable cow fence, but it's fine. Another apartment lot that I've emptied out. The London family lives here, so this is Tennyson and Aaron. Still fairly recent marriage for them. They're farmers. They're not very exciting, I'll be honest. Okay, so the Stafford family is interesting. Could you not dig on your pillow? I don't know if you can hear that or not, but there's a puppy digging on his pillow. So, Daisy Stafford has always been sick. She was born sick. She actually got a weird skin tone when she was born, and I kind of just rolled with the idea that she wasn't well. So she's one of my Sims that I actually have given the chronically ill potion, and she also has to gather certain herbs every day and eat them as part of her treatment, but she's not very healthy. She's also not supposed to have more kids, but she kind of wants them. She was kind of assigned a spouse, Kenji, who's much older than her, but he's a chill dude. He understood what he was getting into, and has nothing but respect for her. He's basically just there to help run her farm because she is indentured. They do have a child, and like I said, she kind of wants more, but it's incredibly risky for her to try to do that, so we'll see. Her mother, Acacia, has been trying to free her, but Daisy doesn't want that because she'd have to leave her husband behind and her son. Like, there's a lot more to it than just being free. And she's happy, too. Like, that has to come into play. So, this household is Connor Dawn. I actually forgot to place initially, so I kind of snuck him in this weird little shaped lot. He's chaotic. He was raised with the priests of Zeus. He traumatized most of my teen Sims. He was the original Garrett Newson. And he hasn't gotten up to any trouble, but I'm thinking about having him purchase specifically the fencing business. So that would be like people take stolen goods there. It pretends to be a shop, but it's not. Or I've got some other blank community lot options. I don't think he could run a brothel, but something kind of sketchy. He lives right behind the village well, which is pretty torn up. I actually haven't had a Sim visit this lot. I built it years ago as part of, I can't remember what I called it, but I was like building 30 different lot types, and one of them was a village well. I think it was an ABC challenge, which, again, the videos are on here. I have a whole playlist of builds. I built a lot, which surprises me because I used to hate it. Amadeo Fior and Madeline live here. Their daughter, Belladonna, or shall I say, Amadeo's adopted daughter, the bane of Madeline's existence, used to live with them, but she is now in Tendy learning the brewery business, so she's not here, which Amadeo's gonna be really sad about because he genuinely loves her. She is his family, but he adopted her while Madeline was in jail, so she's kind of came back to a daughter, and since her children were with her, yeah, she was not happy. The Kaiser family, they used to live in this apartment over here. They are indentured. There is Forit, Mollison, and he has other brothers, but they're currently in the cloister. But yeah, they were not raised well. They were basically not raised at all. Their parents, Aloysia and Stan, were just kind of chaotic. And so now they're gonna be running their little farm, but you know, I don't have strong, I just don't think it's gonna work out. And it's sad, you know. It happens, and it's interesting. This lot here I built, again on the channel, it's just like a slum. And it is acting up right now, but it's not decorated on the inside, or I would show you. The outside is very cool. We're gonna have another another slum here that was meant to be an apartment complex, but again, I was like, I don't want to build those. And there's community lots. Opium den that I built. It's awful. It's awful looking, but I just needed one because my Sims with addictions need a place to go, and that's where they're gonna go. I will make it pretty eventually. The barracks or no, this is not the barracks, I'm sorry, this is a gambling hall. I saw the archery and got confused, but I forgot that part of the gambling was they're betting on anything. So this is kind of the shady part of town. This little section. I don't have any plans for that. There is like a torn up castle looking thing here. These are meant to be shops eventually, I just don't need them right now. The village green is right across from the village well. We've got like a little horse merry-go-round thing. There's a place for children to play. I haven't really brought anyone here yet. I hoped by building these lots I would be inspired to send my Sims off of their own lots, but so far I tend to just keep them at home. So maybe this is a reminder for me to actually let my Sims travel. The Travers family lives here. This is Emmy, who is absolutely, without question, one of my favorite Sims. Her brother Riku and their cat Mouse, they actually moved to, this used to belong to a Sim called Kinda. It was Kinda Little, which was not on purpose. She was a townie and she married a Sim with the last name Little, and so it just became a thing. I know it sounds like a drag name, but it wasn't on purpose. But she died recently. That started the adoption epidemic because I was trying to get her kids back into rotation. And the Travers moved in. They used to live, I think, over here. So over here we have the Grove family who run an orchard. So we have Keen, his wife Adelaide, and his parents Fletcher and Marissa. Fletcher is actually his stepfather. Marissa got married due to a Ross recently, like maybe 2 rounds ago. Keen married Adelaide because if he didn't, she was going to be stuck basically as an Artemis nun, and she didn't want to be, but like she needed somewhere to go, and so he's like, well, I'll marry her. So that happened. They have a pretty good marriage, though. They seem to really like each other. Everybody in that household's really nice and sweet. It's so peaceful to play. Over here, we have quite a few lots, actually, besides those 2 that I've already pointed at. So we have the Cormier lot, which is very large. There's no outdoor space. That's because that's actually it's a kennel. So this cover here is covering the dog run, because Edirann very much cares about his dogs, doesn't care about people so much. So you can see this is a kennel. I will show you the Cormier lot because it is fully decorated and so cool. Please don't flash on me, game. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please. Please. Okay, so. Behave. 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 My animals are so confused right now. So confused. I talk to my sim game the way that I talk to my dogs sometimes. So the outside of the lot, not terribly exciting. It's just, hey, a lot. He does owe quite a bit of money on this, but he's investing. His plan is for Art Blumenthal essentially to see how great Hadrian is at raising and breeding dogs and hire him to be the official kennel master. Hasn't happened yet, but like it could, and that's his dream. So he grows kind of different herbs and things to help with the dogs, I guess. Like, they need to be healthy. We got a little gate here to go and see the dogs he has on the inside. This is just more decorative stuff, but there's not a lot of green space, it must be said. Now, if you look downstairs, this is the entrance. Here's where he prepares all of their meals. He keeps medicine, tools, books, all kinds of good stuff to help manage the kennel. This is, I can't remember what that is. I think that that's a pet sale thing. Yes, so pets can be sold in that. Obviously he doesn't have too many right now, but like if he did, he could sell them in there, theoretically. He also has kind of a bird over here to help train the dogs to maybe follow a falcon kind of thing. And then over here he keeps food. Like, it's stored here in traps and whatnot. It's just storage. So if you come through this hallway here, again, more storage. You can see into the first kennel where we have 2 deco dogs hanging out. I love that that one's like jumping up. It's great. Makes me happy. I put the ropes, like those are supposed to be like the medieval leash, because that's all I had. We've got a couple more dogs in here, some toys. We have an actual dog, Dakota, and then some deco dogs lying together. Over here, more supplies, but we also have little bun-buns and little rodents and squirrels and things like that, because he has to teach them. Whoa, what did I do? Okay, well, he has to teach the dogs to hunt, so we've got little bun-buns in there, and yeah. Over here we have Patch and more deco dogs, followed by the outdoor kennel, which, you know, it's set up. It looks the part. I am still really pleased with how this turned out. It's fun for me. I did have the idea of like rolling a die to see if like, oh, this dog is fully trained now, he can sell it, and then starting a home business and maybe selling them, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. That seems like a lot of work. Also, his favorite color is yellow, if you haven't noticed yet. So you go up the stairs, and here's his living space. Kind of hard to show you. See, this is why taking pictures is hard, because there's just so much everywhere, and it gets tight, and it's just hard to show you. So this is kind of like you walk in, he's got some stuff set aside, tools, axes, laundry. Over here, he has some books, but he doesn't have too many. I know what that says. I'm sorry, it's icky and gross, but I thought I had a medieval recolor, and I don't, but it's a really good piece of CC, so we just pretend that's not happening. He's got a lot of things related to hunting, so animal heads, a hunting horn, that kind of thing. He also has deco dogs in his actual living quarters as well, because they're all in various states of training. This is kind of his kitchen. He's got wine here that is not functional, but looks good. Table. And he also is a believer in Stendar, so he's got like a little prayer altar there. This is the bathroom, which is decorated. This is a fully decorated lot. It's not like the most mind-blowing thing you've ever seen, but still decorated. And this is his bedroom. Bed looks a little weird because he's sleeping in it, but you get the gist. He's got lots of furs. He's got a dog over there. Got a dog there. Like, he really lives and breathes dogs. I can't see him ever really having a family or anything. He's not really interested. He just wants to have his dogs. And we salute him. And finally, we have the nursery or the infirmary, depending on why the dog is here, where he's raising puppies and also taking care of older dogs or injured dogs. It's got some nice art, which I was glad to find, because it was kind of hard decorating this room. It's kind of hard decorating the whole space. Now that I'm more confident in recoloring images, I do think that I want to go back if I can find like templates for these, or figure out how to make them and hang more dog related things. That would be great. Like if this was dogs on a tapestry, ideal. But yeah, so he's got like a litter of puppies. There's 3 in there. There's an escapee, 1 there. There's a really tiny little puppy there. Older dog, which is an older beagle. Dog in a cage. You know, just dogs that can't be with the rest of the population. So yeah, that is the kennel. Let's go back to the neighborhood and hopefully she flash him. See, this is why we can't have nice things. This is also why I've just, there's never going to be a point where I regularly play this neighborhood on YouTube. I just can't. This ain't cute. I don't mind it because, yeah, most of the time if I go into the lot and if it's flashing, I'll just play through it and I won't take screenshots. But other times, like, it'll flash for a little bit and then it'll get over itself, and then I can go back on my merry little way of playing, taking screenshots. But this isn't, you know, visually appealing. Because people do ask me, they're like, I would love to see it. I'm like, I would love for the game to be able to handle it, but it just can't. I've done every single flash thing that you can fix or like fixes that you can think of, it doesn't work. And I am not one of those save and exit people because my game takes 20 plus minutes to load. So there's just no. I don't mind it. I can ignore it. I'm very good at ignoring things. With that said, I do have this weird funky lot that I think that I built recently. That's part of my problem is I don't remember when I built these things. I should like try to put dates in the description, like, hey, idiot, you built it on this day, so that I remember, but that's also probably not gonna happen. Well, maybe it will. That's actually kind of a good idea. Note to self. Okay, that was slightly annoying. I came into the lot and it was pink flashing. I exited and re-entered, and I did that for you. So, just so you know. That was a terrible joke, I'm sorry. I think I'm funny. I would blame it being late, but it's not late. I'm just sitting at home, hunched over my stickers, like a king. So this lot I built a while ago, like semi-recently though. It was based on like a miniature that I found. I don't know what it was for. I haven't filled it, but I really like it. It's weird, and I want a sim to live at it, but I already know that I'll be so frustrated and annoyed, so Sims probably won't live here. But hey, it's next to the kennel. It's very cute. We love that. We appreciate her for what she is. Alright, we're back to flashing, but we have one more household, and that is the Hydric household. That is Gregor and his children, Rylan and Tilly. Gregor has had the most interesting life, I think, out of any of my Sims. Like, he started out indentured. He is related to a witch. I'm not sure how. I can't remember off the top of my head. But she was like the head witch too. I don't think he was her kid. But then he had a relationship with a princess. And then now he's indentured again. He's just living his best life. Oh, he married Ivy Hydric. And she ran away to become a nun. So he raised his kids. And yeah, I really appreciate Gregor. I think that he's a cool sim. I also appreciate that everything that's happened to him has either been random Sims nonsense or a random occurrence scenario, so I haven't like had to manufacture the drama. So yeah, that is Edirann, the peasant-y area, is what we're gonna call it. Peasant section? I don't know. They're not really all poor, so I can't really call it the poor section, because that's not what it is. I really wish it wasn't flashing right now. We could end on something so pretty. So pretty. And instead, you know what, no, we're gonna go into the village green. Okay. There we go. Much better. Much better. This is how we can end things. That sounds ominous, but I didn't mean it to be. Also, I just remembered that I didn't have appropriate arches when I built this lot, so there's balloons. But you know what? There's also magic, so there could also be balloons. Hydrogen is a real substance. Maybe they figured it out. I'm not gonna judge them. There's a bar, and there's hydrogen. On that note, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you liked this video, please do give it a like. It really does help, and I will see you in the next one.